in Java Island. So this is the red mark is basically the location of ours. And we in the University of Ahmad Dahlan, or the Universitas Ahmad Dahlan, have several campuses. And in 2016, we built a new building in the new location at the southern part of the province. So we built the 10-story building, and then the observatory is located at the 10th and 11th floor. So this is the diagram of the building that you can see the dome and also the space park, which is basically on the 11.5 floor. So people can go outside and get the telescope to observe the sky. So the locations is in we call it the campus 4 because we have the 6 campuses in Yogyakarta. It is located somewhere in the South Ring Road, and coordinate in the 7 south latitude and 110 east. So when we can measure, for example, like 41.3 meter from the ground level, so this is basically the highest point in our compound campuses. So this picture is basically the picture during the constructions of the dome. So you can see this is the highest point in our campus. So the observatory is not only consists of the dome, but also some kind of planetarium, but not the dome planetarium, because the planetarium is not only dedicated to show the movie about the stellar system, but also another purposes for the academic. So the planetarium is built with amphitheater style. So we do also have the control room, the director of the Center for Astronomical Studies, the guide room, and also the workshop room just to repair on build small part of the telescope and also hands-on. And also we have the gallery room to show the learning media and other stuff for the educational purposes, and the poster room. So the main part is the dome in 5 meter in diameter at the 11th floor. And in this picture, the 3 students stay at the space park at the 11.5 floor. The observatory itself is, when this operate, is assisted by the study club of Andromeda. So this study club is basically the study club of the student of physics educations. So this is the telescope. There are not so many, but people can still use the telescope and also learn the different kind or the different type of the telescope. Is basically using the lens or the mirror, the reflective and the reflective. So and the latest or the current telescope that we install inside the dome is the Planewave CDK 17-inch. And we hope that this telescope also give us the opportunity to develop the technology to include the people who has the disability to observe the night sky. And this is the brief of the visitor informations that the observatory is open for public with inexpensive ticket, sometimes free. And also we offer the service with or without the workshop. When people usually without workshop, people usually just come and see the telescope and that's it. But with the workshop, so the visitor can have the opportunity to build like very simple craft or other things that they can bring home. The visitor also come from the other universities just to get to know about and or to get the experience to compare what they can do in their university and our university. So this is basically is open not only for the adult or not only for the students, the university students, but also for the elementary student. So this is basically open for all the age. And this is the brief, the graph of the number of visitor. The x-axis is the month, and the y-axis is the number of people visit our university. So this is up and down because of the different time when people can have the time to go for doing some kind of the school visit. And the challenges for the include the disabled persons is the lack of learning media. Actually, it's not only for the disabled person, but also for the general public. And also the involvement of the hearing and visual impaired student is still low. And I will show you the stairs to go to the dome is inaccessible for the wheelchair person. This is not good for the situation currently. And also the sign language for the astronomy vocabulary in Indonesia is still limited. So we need to develop the sign language. So this is the infrastructure. So people, the wheelchair, of course, they can access to the 10th floor where we start the observatory. This is the control room, but the dome is on the 11th floor. So we have to go by this stair. And of course, the wheelchair is not possible to go up like this. So what we can do with those kind of challenges? So we have like probably like 4, maybe more. So the ultimate goal is universe for everyone. So we trying to develop the learning media. We also develop the visitor technology, and also we trying to get more people involved and include the visual and hearing impaired to the visitor program, and also we try to develop the infrastructure. So this is the 2 pictures of the visual and hearing impaired student visit the observatory. On the left, and son using sign language. This visits during the celebration of 100 years of AAU. So the teacher gave the sign language, trying to interpret our explanation to the students, because my staff and me itself have a very limited skills to communicate with the sign language. And the next on the right is the picture of the student with visual impair studying astronomy using the braille books and the tactile image. So a lot of the material get inspired by our college, by usually during basically during the occasion in AOG. There was a symposium of universal design when I met a lot of people here. They was presenting to yesterday, like Samir, Lina Kanas, and Kumiko as well. And also this the student project trying to build the celestial globe with the constellation on it. And this is also inspired by the Lina Kanas, when the visual impaired student can create the tactile image by themselves. And this is also the example of the earth with the tactile image, and this is the cloud and the land and the ocean. And this is this is do it yourself tactile image, but we also create the books that has the tactile image of the this is the scheme of the Eclipse, and also we build the learning media using the wood, so the visual impaired student can touch. This is the sun and the line of the light and the earth and the moon and the umbra and penumbra. We also use the 3D printer, 3D printer for printing the tactile object, like for the surface of the crater and the meter of the dome, and also the two slits interference. So this is basically we can we create the design by ourselves and also took from the internet. And this is the story will be like more detail after this talk, because our collaborator Ravis will also have the presentation time after these presentations. So this is grant from the AAU office for astronomy development. So we create the Indonesia Malaysia project on astronomy education using tactile image. So basically we built the mobile planetarium tactile. So we currently try it in Indonesia, in Pontianak and Surabaya. So this is after the annular solar eclipse in December 2019. So this is a great opportunity to introduce the astronomy to the visual impaired using the planetarium. So the visual impaired student can grab the idea about the movement of the of course this is the upfront movement of the star. And as I mentioned before, our student we also developed the Indonesian Sign Language. So because there is a very limited vocabulary in Indonesia. So this is also collaboration with the IAU Working Group of Equity and Inclusions. And also we based on the Indonesian Sign Language Dictionary. So in terms of infrastructure, we have also the braille on the elevator, and also the braille printed on the name of the.
Left 5 minutes.
Yes, thank you. On the name of the room. This is the control room. And during the pandemic, of course, we need to go in the virtual, but also this is the opportunity for the wheelchair, for example, to get to go to the dome by using this virtual tour. So I also introduce you to the virtual tour website here. So this is the program that can get grant from the Ministry of Research and Technology. So you can go to the dome. So there is no there is no limitation for the wheelchair. Also in the virtual, we have also webinar that we provide the translator for the sign language. This is good for the hearing impaired students. And a lot of the virtual projects that also provide, this is, for example, the podcast. We try to focus on the voice, so people with visual impaired can also still learn about astronomy. And please visit our social media here. And thank you. This is our collaborator. Thank you, Naoki.
Hi, thank you very much to great introduce. It's a very interesting and very activity, I think. Questions? Oh, これかな? You had a comment. Do you have any programs for students with learning disabilities like autism?
Oh, yeah. So currently only working on the visual and hearing impaired and for the ongoing project for the wheelchair persons. For the autisms, probably the next project because we have a limited resources here. We need to focus on the several projects, but that's good idea or good suggestion for us to go for the next. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Other student, other question? Okay. I have one question. What other facilities in Indonesia available for people who are handicapped people? Other facilities is
Sorry?
popular.
Oh, yeah.
What other
So
facilities in Indonesia for handicapped people?
yeah, for the facilities in the city area, I think is good, and also the friendly for the disabled persons. But the science facility that usually only focus on the non-disabled persons. That's not a lot of people or not all of the scientists or the educational or educational institutions working on this project. So yeah, this is kind of new in Indonesia, but I believe that some of our colleagues in Indonesia also start to work on this project as well, but not in popular yet. Probably different with the situations in other countries like in Japan or the US or the Europe.
Okay, thank you. 半田さん何かありますか？大丈夫。
So I have the very short question that possibly I'm misunderstanding your presentation, but do you have any connection with the research institution? Say, I mean, in Indonesia, do you have the national observatory? So,
Oh, yes. So basically, there is a currently built national observatory in Kupang, but we have network. So the connection is all in the network. So some kinds of the communications, but not in the collaboration of research yet currently. So it's only the communications.
Okay. So hopefully, do you have some starting point of the connection with say Aviva? She is the outreach office of the National Observatory,
Yes.
and she
Yes.
is she attending this GHOU 2020.
Okay, yeah.
That is a good opportunity to make tight
Yeah, I
collaboration
know
with
her.
her.
Yeah, I know her. Okay. Thank you.
You know, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi, thank you very much. Thanks
Thank you.
to your speaking. Thank you.